a project being done in this compact amount of time is, I've never seen it happen before.
Kirstene Dimarco, formerly Mueller, it's really just a joy to have her. I mean, not only is she one of my most favorite voices, like in all of eternity, you know, that I've ever heard. I just love her voice. All these hours and all this time compounded of praying and worshiping and singing over the city of San Francisco, and it really gave her this authority that when she sang, it was like, I felt like heaven was responding to the frequencies of her voice.
Sean took songs from when he was actually in places across the nations, and he brought them and put them together, and it's like singing out God's hope and God's vision for the nation.
Nathan Pryor, we really connected last year, worshiped together a couple times, and man, I just really love his heart. One of the powerful things about Nathan is he's actually right now dealing with an issue with his fingers. His carpal tunnel syndrome is what he has, and so he can only play for so long, and then his fingers start to ache and his hands, and so when he plays, it's literally like a sacrifice. It's like the sacrifice of worship, because there's so much pain and expression. It's a real privilege to have him on this team, you know, for this project. So Stephen and Luke, they not only they're good friends of mine, and it's like family, but I love their approach to these songs, because they don't think like a typical, you know, I don't even know how else to say it, kind of a boxed in, you know, worship model. But these guys, they just blow the box right out of the water. I mean, they think differently, rhythmically, lyrically, even with melodies.
Just because my own approach takes me outside of my own comfort zones and my own boxes to find what sounds and what rhythms this project needs.
You know, it's like you have a sound, and it's like the love of music. You're pulling from different resources just to create something with people, and I think that's the kind of music that lasts through the ages.
1, 2, 3.
In the darkest days, you shine. In the brightest ways, you rise over all our doubt. You are not afraid. I refuse to concede the truth that the whole world is full of you, and your loving kindness is known across the land. Things will get better, everything will get better, 'cause you keep getting better, like a fine wine aged with time.
My name is Hampton, and I am one of the guitarists for the project.
Brandon Hampton played guitar and a ton of stuff on this album. I mean, he's a pretty well-known just producer, worship leader, and just a real creative genius. Yeah, there's just a real depth to the sound whenever we play together, because I feel like he knows my heart. We have this, you know, this just journey together in the Lord and just in our life.
The only standard is really the standard of being honest and sincere. It actually will be a milestone record that will speak to people, to give them permission to like be whatever the expression is that the Lord's put in them, and to recognize it and to like go hard after it.
There's a burning for your presence deep in my heart, deep in my heart. There's a burning for your presence deep in my heart, deep in my heart. There's a passion for Jesus, real to my life, real to my life. There's a passion for Jesus, real to my life, real to my life. Nothing can take it away, I'll never let it die. Nothing can take it away, I'll never let it die.
invested, their heart, their soul, their family, their emotions. They're invested into the project. They want it to succeed. They're, you know, in essence, they're lifting up, you know, these songs which are dreams of my heart, and they're agreeing with them. And I feel like that context creates an amazing opportunity for God to show up.
When you see the process and when you see the way it was created, you see the relationships with one another. I mean, I really think that that's going to inspire people. It's going to inspire people to, you know, get in community with one another, spend time with one another, just playing and worshiping together and just living life together.
But I just want to capture these moments of the presence and see those go out, and I want people to have encounters, you know. I want people that are in Kabul, Afghanistan, that somehow get a random burned copy of this album, which has happened before, you know. I want them to listen to this in a taxi cab, and for the Muslim taxi cab driver to have an experience with the Lord where he senses the presence, you know. I want to see these encounters go forth, and I feel like because we're capturing it in a live context with family and God loves it and He's showing up, we have something to give to people. This is an encounter with the presence of the living God, and this is coming out of the deepest place of our heart, and I believe that is music and that is worship that is eternal and that lasts.